Welcome back, everybody, to the Oneil effect. This is our third week looking at the book, Stop the Procession. It's your time to win. I am so happy that you can join in with me this evening again. The last time that we met, we ended the program on the first part of the book, or the first chapter of the book, dealing with the procession. So I want to pick it up from there today and move into the second chapter of the book, which will be dealing with, will I ever get a break? So let's just piggyback from the first chapter into the second chapter. So I want to start off by saying sometimes the focus is too much on the damage that has already occurred and not on the fact that you are still here. See, on your processional journey, you may hit some targets, but focus on the fact that you're still here, because being here gives you the power to fix the damage. That's powerful. Fix what has been damaged or broken and get back on the journey to your destination. The sad reality of the matter is that you will always have winters and the risk of sliding, and it may have the feeling of never able to get a break. But every time you hit a roadblock, get back up and keep going, keep on moving. The procession is the reaction of movement. As long as you are not willing to be stuck, you will always run into your encounter or your change. Too many people are left asking the question, will I ever get a break? Or will the constant sliding in my life continues? So let's deal with that for a moment. Will I ever get a break? That is a question that is famously asked by individuals who feels like they're always having things hurtled at them. So while you're getting over one issue, another is waiting to take its place. And sliding away from purpose and destiny will continue if you do not know how to stop the sliding. We're also going to deal with that in the topics ahead. How do I stop the sliding in my life? This can be a very frustrating position to be in. See, some people call it bad luck. But whatever you might call it, you can say it is an unsettling feeling to always feel like no matter what you touch, falls apart. It's like you never get a chance to enjoy something. It's like all the bad luck of life is following you. Well, can I tell you that's a myth? And here's the reason why. Because in this book, I am going to show you that what you call bad luck, I call it lesson. Because you have to go through some lessons so that two things can happen. One, that you can have a backbone to be able to handle the next phase of your life. Number two, you go through that because you need to be a teacher to somebody. You can't teach somebody something that you have not experienced. You see, life will sometimes come at you hard and fast. You feel like things just kept going at you, just kept going at you. It's like one here finished and another one takes its place. It just kept going at you. And you wonder what in the world is happening. It doesn't wait for you to get over one struggle. It just makes it seem like nothing is working out the way you want it to. It is like you're always working hard for everything, while some people, Looks like they are always getting ahead no matter what they are faced with. And you're always having setbacks. And so you're asking yourself, will I ever get a break? See, the purpose of this book is to show you that break is coming. Yeah. And the problem I have is that many of us, we have lost ourselves in the process of the setbacks that we're having. We've lost ourselves. We've lost our drive. We've lost our motivation. We've lost our will to get up. You would have to love life to live life. Say that again. You have to love living to live. You have to love living to live. And the only way that you're going to live is how you handle the setbacks of your life. See, let me put it this way, the best way you can celebrate you is looking back at where you are coming from and how you survived that. See, many of us, we would love for life to unfold like a beautiful spring flower. But life plays unfairly and just keeps kicking you. And while you're down, when you feel like you're getting over, life just kicks you again. It is testing you. It's looking to see your strength. It wants to know how you're going to handle every situation in your life. Now, some of you call it the devil, some of you call it warfare, some of you call it different things. At this moment, can I call it life? That's life. You see, let's go back to the Bible for a moment. Every person that God called into ministry or anointed, appointed, never had it easy. They had struggles. They had life coming at them, ups and downs, feel like they never get a break. But you know what they had? Faith. We're going to deal with that in the book. Hope. We're going to deal with that in the book. Trust. We're going to deal with that in the book. Because if you don't have faith, hope, and trust, you've got nothing. You've got to have faith to believe that you're coming back. You got to have hope to believe in the tomorrow. And you got to trust in God that he's going to get you through this. If you have none of those, you're not coming back. And you're always going to be like you're in a roller coaster. Just keep going around and round and round and round and round and round. One of the examples that I use in the book is that I was driving in Jamaica and it rained, but the rain had stopped. And so while driving without any warning at the normal speed, my car started to hydroplane. I was near a cliff and I held on to the steering with my life, trying to keep it from sliding over the cliff. It was a frightening feeling because I felt that I had lost control of the car. I was sitting in the driver's seat with no control. Let that kind of settle in for a moment. I was sitting in the driver's seat with no control. I was sliding away. And so when I came to a stop, my first reaction was to go outside and make sure that the rental car was not damaged. I did not focus on the fact that I was alive. I continued on my journey, but what developed in me was fear and intimidation, because every time that I go around that corner, I fear I'm going to slide, even in a dry day. See, constant sliding creates fear and intimidation. We talk about that in the book, and we're going to deal with that some more. I was now intimidated by every turn, every corner, looking out for every wet spot, fearful of sliding out of control again. But the sad reality is that it will occur when you least expect it. See, that's where many of us are right now. We're in that constant sliding stage that has creates fear of trying again, fear of going further, fear of you've been intimidated by the things that happened to you, intimidated by your past, and so it has locked down your ability to grow or to progress. And say that's where you are. That's where you are. And so understand this. There are a lot of people who are feeling intimidated, but it has started with some sense of progression or movement away from the things that made them happy in the past. And your mental stability is important to progress. See, when this happens, it feels like you can never get a break to laugh again, always feeling sad and broken, feeling of not able to get a break, then you start losing the ability to think positively. When your mind starts conjure that type of emotional feeling, you have already been defeated. So while your reality is your reality, never let your mind settle for your reality. Now that's tricky and powerful, because according to, and I'm going to wrap it up here, according to one writer from Stanford Education Department, he says, our minds aren't passive observers, simply perceiving reality as it is. Our minds actually change reality. So that again, we quote it again. Our minds aren't passive observers, simply perceiving reality as it is. Our minds actually change reality. You have to learn, like a car that has no power steerings, how to manually turn your mind. This doesn't just happen overnight. You have to first have a spiritual connection that helps to create that confidence in you, coupled with the experience of overcoming different battles. So, as we wrap this up, to be able to train your mind in thinking positive things is for you to be able to visualize positive things happening in the constant sliding of your life. This is when you see it before it happens. This will be more highlighted in the book as we go on. And so as we wrap it up today, and as I've said in the last 2 sessions, please go out and get this book. Pre-order it for $20. Or if you want to be an investor, say, Bishop Oneil, I believe in you. I've been on for the last 2 weeks, and the book has really touched me, ministered to me. I want to sow a seed in helping getting this book out. Go to Cash App, 201-966-8814. Use that number. Or go to Zelle and use Oneil Ministries. It's Oneil. Oneil Ministries at yahoo.com. I'd love your support to get this to the final stage of publishing. Thank you, everyone. And thank you for being a part of the 3rd week of the session on Stop the Procession, the Oneil Effect. Be blessed.